Hello YouTube, xxMason here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing the full recap of Apple's October 23rd Apple event. Let's get to it. Now the reason that I changed the name to the October 23rd, 2012 Apple event was because more than the iPad mini was announced, so I don't know why I should just call this the iPad mini event, which is why I changed the name. Now I'm going to be shooting this on two cameras just as well as I told you last time, just in case one of them dies or does something weird to make it doesn't shoot good. So if I'm looking over here at one point or looking over here at one point, just ignore that because I want to give y'all the same possibility if I have to upload this camera or upload from this webcam. Now I also have notes here, so if I'm looking down, then I'm reading my notes so I can get the video out. But let me go ahead and stop talking now. Once Apple started the event, they started talking about some stats that they hit, such as the 100 million iPad that they sold about 2 weeks ago, and all types of stats like this. But the first thing that they actually announced was the new 13-inch MacBook Pro with a Retina display. Now, this MacBook Pro has a resolution of 2560 by 1600. Now, the main version that costs $1,700 comes with a 2.5 gigahertz dual-core A5 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 120 gigabytes of flash storage with 2 USB 3.0 ports and 2 Thunderbolt ports, and start shipping today, which is a good thing because many people wanted the new MacBook Pro to have a Retina display. This mainly the perfect display that mainly all of new Apple devices are getting now, which is a good thing that they added this to the MacBook Pro because that was kind of the thing that was left out during these updates of the product. So that was a smart thing that they added the MacBook Pro in this announcement. Now the next thing that they announced was the Mac Mini, which hasn't been announced or changed since the middle of 2011, which is a good thing because me, myself, I was actually waiting for an update of the Mac Mini because personally I think that's going to be my first Mac if it's not an iMac or a MacBook Pro. But yes, they updated to Intel's Ivy Bridge processor that costs at cheapest $599, which has a 2.5 gigahertz dual-core i5 processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 5 gigabytes of hard drive space. They also have the server version for $1,000 that comes with a 2.3 gigahertz quad-core i7 processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and 2 1 terabyte drives in it. Now, this has, as I said before, this has been the first update since May 2011, so the Mac Mini was actually waiting for an update, and I do believe that this was a good update. Now, this was the main thing that I was surprised about once they updated because it just looks so sweet. You probably already know what I'm talking about, even though I haven't even said it, which is the iPhone. Nah, just playing. It's the iMac. It comes with a 21.5-inch version with a screen resolution of 1920 by 1080 and the 27-inch version at 2560 by 1440. Now, this thing is so thin. It comes at not about exactly 5 millimeters. That's insane. I never seen a computer that small. Apple done it because they have some kind of I can't even explain it, but it's something that makes their thing glued together so tight where they actually can squeeze that thing together to where it actually fits in that size. So, and also it has the latest quad-core i5 or i7 Ivy Bridge processor, 2 Thunderbolt ports, and something they call the Apple Fusion Drive, which is a 120 gigabyte SSD together with a 1 terabyte or 3 terabyte standard HDD or hard disk drive. Now, the base version of the 21.5-inch iMacs costs $1,300 or $1,299, but I just ran it into the nearest hundred because they just do that to make it look cheap. But yeah, and the 27-inch iMac costs $1,800. Now, for me, that kind of is overpriced because as all the Windows lovers say, they can build a gaming PC for less than that, but that kind of is high. But I understand why they price it that high because it's just the ease of use. You don't have to do anything. You just buy it and it's ready to go. But they also announced something that I actually didn't want them to announce yet. I wanted them to announce this next year because then I would have been ready to buy it just like that. But yeah, they did it anyway. I guess they wanted to for the holiday season. But they announced the iPad 4th generation. Now, this iPad has an A6X processor, doubling the performance of the previous iPad, the iPad 3 or the new iPad, with faster Wi-Fi and a FaceTime HD camera on the front. Now this will cost at its cheapest $499, and they'll be having the new lightning charging port as well. But it's kind of not really a big update to the iPad 3, but I will have the specs listed here, and you can pause the video if you want to read them. And yes, they updated the iPad 3 to the iPad 4 already. Haven't even been a year yet, but I don't know why they did that. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. But now, the main thing that everybody has been waiting for, the best thing of this announcement, well, not the best thing that everyone thought was going to be the best thing, or let me just get to it, the iPad mini. Now, this iPad mini does have a 7.885-inch screen. It has a 7.9-inch screen at a resolution of 1020 by 768, which is the same as the second generation iPad. Now, it is 53% lighter than the 4th generation iPad, which is a great decrease in the weight. And it has a dual-core A5 processor, an HD FaceTime camera, a 5-megapixel wee-facing eyesight camera, which can shoot up to 1080p HD video, and features LTE from all major carriers as well, with a 10-hour battery life. Now, it looks like the iPhone 5, and because the way that they have the color, where they have a black back and a black front and a white back and a white front, it sort of looks just like the iPhone 5, but I hope it doesn't scratch as easily as the iPhone 5 does. But in this Wi-Fi version, iPad mini comes at $329, and the LTE version starts at $459. Now, I see why they priced it at $329, because they wanted it to be priced under the normal size iPad that's still available, the iPad 2, but they still wanted it to cost more than the less price of the iPod Touch, because it's bigger than the iPod Touch but smaller than the regular iPad. But I see why they did that, and the price still increases according to the size of your memory. So they have 16 gigabyte, which is the $329. They have the 32 gigabyte and the 64 gigabyte. Sorry about that pause there, but yeah, pre-order start this Friday, which is October 26th. In the Wi-Fi version, at least I know it's the Wi-Fi version. I'm not sure if it's the LTE version yet, but it'll start shipping November 2nd. Now, that's basically all that they announced on this update event, and thank you guys for watching this video. I'm not sure if I'll be getting any of these. Most likely I will be getting the iPad mini, because that's the main thing that I really need, because I have the iPad 3, but I'm just thinking I will need a smaller screen size, because I really don't need the big screen. But we'll just have to see. And yeah, thank you guys for watching my recap video. Hope you guys liked it, and hope you guys just like what Apple announced. I'm starting now, I'm rambling on. Make sure you hit the like button if you like these videos. Subscribe up there for more technology related videos all throughout the week. And leave a comment if you have anything to say. And I'm going to stop talking now and let you guys go home. Well, you're already home if you're watching this video, or you're on a cell phone. But I'm going to stop talking again. This is xxTECHISMASONxx signing out. Deuces, YouTube.